Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing well, having a fantastic one back there. Ignore all the hubbubaloo, the stuff happening there in the back today. Hope you're having a lovely one out there. It is dark outside. It's barely 7 o'clock and it's pitch black, and it was getting dark around 5:30. Okay, today we are listening to the band Quantic. We're going to listen to the track off of their first album, The Fifth Exotic, released in 2001, and that track shall be Life in the Rain. We are listening to this because it was recommended and sponsored by Joe. Joe, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the support as well. Really appreciate that. I've never heard of the band Quantic, but we are going to go ahead and introduce ourselves into them. Looking at the album cover, if I had to guess, I would say that this is like, honestly, if I had to guess, I'd be thinking of something like along the lines of like DJ Shadow, like turntablism, down tempo, Thievery Corporation, RJD2, something along those lines. If I had to take a guess, so let us go ahead and find out if our guesses are correct. Well, my guesses is correct or not. Let's see. This goes this way. This goes that way. Better. You know what I've noticed, by the way, as I pull this up and get into it. I wear a lot of like exercise wicking shirts now, especially. I did wear them a lot before, but I'm wearing them a lot more now. It's because I've learned that when I'm carrying Liam around, best to have something that he can drool on and it dries quick. That's all I'm saying. Life in the Rain. Here we go. Starting to sound like what I said.
Sometimes I wonder if I know where I'm going. I go for a walk like this, and it seems I have been walking for years and years and years. And I don't know where I'm going. I hear the sound leading me on. And I don't know where it is taking me.
A lighter entrance than I expected. So I'm gonna drop. That's hitting that trip hop in the rain. Just saying. Nice walking bass line. That nice deep thump of bass under this.
Yes, I am getting closer. Can you hear? The sound is getting louder.
Hey. listen, it's been a long day at work. This is just chill out, relax. Are you kidding me?
Sometimes I wonder if I know where I'm going. I go for a walk like this. It seems I have been walking for years and years and years. And I don't know where I'm going. I hear the sound leading me on. Is taking me.
Yeah, that's like a really nice acid jazz kind of, down-tempo club kind of track. And it's been a long day at work. This is the first and the only song that I'm recording tonight. I had like 15 minutes, if I wanted more, but I had about 15 minutes to spare before like getting ready to turn in for the night, which is it's so funny how I'm on Liam's time now. And this is like a great track to just kind of cool down off of the day. And then at the same time, there's also something I would say very, not just cool down, but kind of up-tempo and actually quite energetic about it. This is actually something you could listen to coming home from work to kind of cool you down, soothe you. But at the same time, you could also listen to this going to work. And it would energize you. It would actually pick you up. So it actually works in both respects. What I'm curious about is, this is... I'd assume, unless I'm completely wrong, but I'm going with the strong assumption that, the jazz pieces are sampled, whereas Quantic, I'm assuming it's a singular person, but I could be wrong. I'm going to look that up really quick, is basically sampling, of course, the beat over it and such. And I'm curious as to what the original piece is, if that's how it's actually put together, which, like I said, I would strongly assume, but I could be 100% wrong. But I like how this track works in three parts. It sets you up. I love when... Okay, well, let me back it up. When that thump comes in. Let me go back here. You set it up like this, right? You have the spoken word that comes over it as well. Right here. This is the setup. This is the ramp up. You know it's coming. You know the beat's going to drop. You know it's going to start coming in fulfilling, right? And it doesn't do that in the... what I would say is the expected way. The drum doesn't come in right away. The beat doesn't drop right away. He gives you a little bridge, like a little bridge.
Yeah.
Hold on. Right there. This is your bridge. And then that drum comes in. And I love the deep, thumpy bass back there. That's the kind of bass that you only hear with headphones or in your car stereo or if you actually have a sound system. You don't hear that playing it off your phone. You're not going to hear the boom, boom. You're not going to hear that humming bass back there. And that's the room shaker. But because of the vibe of the song and it's so cool, chill, and jazzy, that room shaker, when it does come in, it's like a nice impact. It's like someone brushing to the side, but in a nice way. So I like how, like, in a track like this and with music like this, it's not overused. It's not like so much and in your face and it's taking away from the actual melody and the jazzy performances behind it. No, it's enhancing it. It's enhancing that downbeat a little bit. And it does it so wonderfully there. And then, like I said, this track is basically in three parts. You have that initially set up. Then it gets a little bit more rambunctious later on here.
Yes,
a little solo back there. And I like how that vocal sample comes back in. So now we're bringing back things that were, you know, shown in the beginning, those elements. And this is kind of like the meat right here. And the bass solo. Well, maybe not solo, but a nice change. And then, of course, cool it down. Send you off on a cool ride. And I don't know, I'm just thinking of some cool car that you're just riding off into the sunset there. Joe, I'd be curious. Joe, have you heard of DJ Crush? With music like this, you know, I've listened to a lot of trip hop and down-tempo music and a little bit of acid jazz during my late teenage, early adult years. And, you know, that's why last time I had talked about like Mark Farina. No one knows mushroom jazz, but it's kind of like this, and Thievery Corporation and stuff like that. Have you ever listened to DJ Crush, though? Not a lot of his music is not necessarily jazzy, but he's I would say one of the biggest forerunners of like turntablism and such. And I'm trying to think of like a good song that shows off his jazzy side. Because, I mean, he makes some really great music. Like, this is now me spinning it and recommending music to you. Like, I should save this for one of my favorite... I should save this for a JP Faves video. But can I like, share something with you? Like, I'm just going to share, like, a few seconds of a few tracks. Like, this... God... Oh, and it builds wonderfully. And then you have... It's not available on Spotify. I've looked this up before. And then you have a track like hold on.
Unlocking the secrets of real estate home mortgage loans.
Get that out of here. We don't want to hear that. Then you have a cool... Oh, man. Oh, you don't know this one? Dig this vibe, DJ Crush? Oh, okay. And then you have like... You have no idea. I can pull this out all day. Then you got a classic. Big City Lover. We could play this game all day. That is some good stuff. Like, that's my recommendation. Now throwing it back to you. But really fantastic track from Quantic. Now, as I mentioned, I do want to see and look into Quantic a little bit more. So, Quantic is going to be Mr. William Holland, English musician, DJ, and record producer, under various pseudonyms including Quantic, the Quantum Soul Orchestra, Limp Twins, Flowering Inferno, and Onda Tropica. There's a lot. Elements of tropical cumbia, salsa, bossa nova, soul, funk, and jazz. Plays guitars, bass, double bass, piano, organ, saxophone, accordion, and percussion. Okay. This adds a deeper twist into the music. This adds something else in here. Because most music in this genre is sampled and they're making their beats and stuff over it. But much of his sound is original composition rather than sampling of other artists' materials. Well, that just blows the lid off of everything. That's actually really fantastic. And like, I'm not going to say that it's unheard of in the genre, but it is definitely a rarity. That is really, I mean, like, that's a huge kudos to that. I pulled up the original album page here. That is really, really special, to be honest. So, assumedly, he's performing the music then in this track. We could be wrong. This could be one of the ones that's sampled, but according to that, he does a lot of his own music there. All the tracks have strong musical elements, various tempos. Let's see. It is difficult to pick out favorite tracks. The title track combines easy listening. Life in the Rain is a massive club anthem that has been working on dance floors across the world. There you go. That is really, really fantastic. Very interesting. Very interesting. I love that. That really makes a huge difference. You know, I mean, that really is huge. That really is huge. All right. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Joe, thank you so much for the recommendation. Really appreciate the support as well. That was a really, really fantastic one. Let me know your thoughts, of course, down there. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.